Okay, what's up, guys? It's currently 6 minutes past 8, Monday, the 27th December 2021. Everyone who celebrated on the 25th of December, hope everyone had an amazing time with their families, happy holidays, etc. Disclaimer, all our content is for education and information and entertainment purposes only. No information should be considered investment advice or financial recommendations to buy, sell any assets or place any trades. Please always do your own research.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to do your own analysis before doing or making any investment based on your own individual circumstances. Always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor or independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our content you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with risks, all of them. Please always do your own research. And neither myself nor Mr. Harding are financial advisors and do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. We are working in partnership with a financial advisor. So if you are unable to mitigate your risk, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Now that's the boring stuff out of the way. In this lesson, we will be reviewing how this year went for major cryptocurrency and stocks. We'll be talking about our top picks for stocks and cryptos moving on to 2022. And we'll also be getting
NFTs.
And NFTs. And we'll also be asking everybody else what their kind of top crypto and stock picks are. So without further ado, Mr. Harding, you want to load this?
So first of all, obviously one of the new things that we do is first of all, a 1 minute networking session. So take 60 seconds starting now to shill yourself like you're the greatest crypto in history. Go crazy in the chat, people. Say, I'm the best artist anyone's ever seen. My market cap is currently this, but I'm valued at 100 billion. Whatever you want to say, just go crazy. You've got another 45 seconds. So I'll give you an example of what I would say. My name is Mr. Harding. My whole value and purpose and proposition in life is to leave people at a higher value than when they first met me, to constantly persistently push people past their previously perceived potential. That's my line. My current market cap is not high enough. My perceived market cap of where I feel I'm able to get to is 1 trillion. I say that straight, bro. I know my intellectual knowledge is worth 1 trillion. So that's
okay. So let's start the marketing from now. So if everybody would like to advertise themselves, we'll give you a minute to advertise yourselves. Everyone can see the screen, right? Everybody can see the comment section. Mr. Harding, can you see these comments?
Let me go to the chat. There's just one.
Yeah, I know. So Storm is an NFT creator. Could everybody just quickly here just drop their Instagram and what they do? And this will be on YouTube, so you never know who might watch it. Come on, Zishan. I know we've got real estate in here. We've got law in here. We've got a multidisciplinary creative. If everybody
That's crazy, people ain't dropping their stuff. Yo, you lot crazy.
My market is way too low, but I plan on becoming a financial advisor in the next few years.
Ooh,
who's real estate? Zishan, can you social media?
See, look at that networking. Look at that networking.
Zishan 266 real estate.
Jeez, love that. Okay, cool. Right, let's move on. So, what it is that I'm going to talk about is I want to talk about the current direction of the market and where I feel, and based on what I'm looking at and what I've been saying for the last year, I feel we're going. And a lot, as you know, I might be biased, hence why I'm saying this. A lot of the research into the markets, I strongly follow Cathie Woods, who is the CEO of ARK Invest, an innovation ETF. Now, ARK has been doing absolutely terribly this year. They've been getting attacked from all angles sideways. Let's have a look at ARK. They were my biggest.
Dude, you are not sharing.
Am I not sharing?
No.
Oh, hang on a minute.
We're still on Twitter.
So they were, but I'm not too sure if they still are. Let me ask my
Bro, we're
babe.
still not sharing.
Babe. Yeah. Hello. Is ARK still the biggest holding in terms of stocks? Or is it Tesla? ARK. So ARK is still our biggest holding, but you can see it's taken a bit of a battering from where it was before. It's gone from doing 100% returns in the year to taking quite. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, to taking quite a battering. Now, some of their biggest holdings are Coinbase, Tesla, Airbnb, so on and so forth, Amazon. And we can see that they've taken a battering since, let's say, for a year to date. So year to date, if we go December, we'll go end of December to now, we are down 20%. So it's taken some absolute batterings. And I have no problem telling you that this position has put my portfolio down quite dramatically. Now, the reason why I'm not bothered is because I completely believe in this thesis of ARK Invest. ARK Invest's whole thesis is about, oh, shame, that was the fintech one. That wasn't even ARK I. Shame. Look at me doing the wrong things on that there. ARK K is the main one. There we go. It's probably even worse. So just because their whole thing is about innovation. Now, being an entrepreneur, being obsessed with tech, the one thing that I realize about that is it means that things are going to take a while before they become mainstream. So by investing in ARK, I'm investing in things that are going to flourish and take profits in 5 years' time, 10 years' time. This is a super, super long-term hold. I'm not holding this thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to get 100% returns again this year. Like, no, like that happened last year because a lot of the strategy was aligned with where the world was. So one of their biggest holdings last year was Zoom, was Teladoc, was DocuSign. Obviously, what happened? Lockdown. So all of those things, investors that weren't, people that weren't even investing in general started investing in those things. So obviously they went up crazily. But what's happened at the moment is people are starting to pull out of their money out of these kind of investments, because now they're trying to go back into traditional things like Nike, like Intel, like Costco, things that they kind of know and are a little bit more comfortable with, not realizing that these other tech investments are massively undervalued. People have got into this mindset, and I've even seen it on a couple of financial shows like CNBC, saying things like Zoom is overvalued and that people aren't using it as much anymore when their revenues are only going up. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. How can you be saying this about a company, but their numbers are doing otherwise? Now, ARK Invest released a paper recently, which I highly, highly recommend everybody to read. It'll take you about 20 minutes to read, but it is a life-changing, in my opinion, document. Let me just bring it up here. I'm going to put it in the chat as well. Do
you think Zoom stock's going to bounce back? Because from what I know,
100%.
I got this from Wall Street Trapper. The reason why Zoom stock crashed is because what was the issue again? It was right there in my brain. It wasn't to do with hacking.
Well, let's look at these numbers. So just like, we just got to think like a multi-billionaire, because they're the guys that move the markets, not the people. So when we look at this, the annualized revenue during the quarter has been 2.7 billion. This was last year for Zoom, right? This year during the same quarter is 4.2 billion. Is that gone up or has that gone down? It's gone up. Look at DocuSign. It's gone from 1.4 billion to 2.2. Teladoc from 0.7 to 2.1 billion. A percentage change of 188% difference. Is that a good company or a bad company? Is that a company that their investments into their innovation, in my opinion, yeah, in my opinion, that's what I'm looking for a business that I'm investing in to do. I'm expecting their revenue to actually increase. But what's happening is people are investing in traditional based stocks that they're seeing in the S&P 500, and they're investing in them because their share price is going up. Yes, their share price is going up, but people don't a lot of retail investors don't understand stock buybacks. And what's happening is a lot of these traditional companies that are in the S&P 500, they're like Intel, like Costco, like just those kind of companies that people just kind of like, yeah, traditional companies, American flag companies, right? They're doing stock buybacks, but their revenue isn't actually increasing. So the share price is going up, but the revenue is not increasing. So this is what Kathy is saying in this article, that we might actually be in a bubble, but the bubble's not in tech. The bubble is in traditional based stocks. Now, earlier on in the year, we did an episode about bonds and about how a lot of these companies, these know and love, have actually got really bad bonds where they've got basically IOUs written to companies that could potentially go bankrupt, and companies that haven't been making good positive revenues for the last 5-10 years. And then the worst bit is the fundamental thing of what you do when you're looking at a company in terms of stock is you're meant to look at their assets versus their liabilities. And a lot of these traditional companies have more liabilities than they do assets. Do you want to invest in a company? The share price is going up. Yes, its dividends are going up, but it has more liabilities than assets, and it isn't increasing in revenue. That sounds like a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. Now, what is the disaster that is going to spark this problem? What Cathie Woods believes. What Cathie Woods believes is going to spark this disaster is actually hyper deflation. So there's a lot of talk about inflation at the moment. Everyone's saying, oh yeah, the price of things are going up. Now, that is true. And that's mainly because of all sorts of different things that happened with COVID and the money printing and so on and so forth. But one of the reasons is supply chain issues all around the world. We've seen it, all these different supply chain issues. Now, one of the things that Cathie Woods is saying is that a lot of companies have actually over-ordered on their stock. Because if you look at what happened at the very start of lockdown, what was everyone doing? Were people ordering one of anything? People weren't even ordering one packet of pasta. They were ordering 10. People weren't buying one toilet roll. They were buying 15, 20. Everything people were over ordering on. So when that happened, what happened to the numbers for companies? They thought, okay, let's order that same amount again. And they did. But that then created pressure on the supply chains having to keep up with this new increased demand, and it confused all the shipping. Now, the problem is as well, a lot of this shipping and a lot of these supply chains are actually, some of them are starting to get managed by computers and by bots, just going, okay, change this number, send this number to this manufacturer. So let's say, for example, we had a clothing brand, for example, and we normally order 50,000 white t-shirts every quarter. If that increased to 200,000, then it would automatically go to the supplier, order me 200,000 of these white t-shirts. However, nobody's checked to see if the customers have actually got enough of the product. Nobody's checked to see, has everybody actually got a phone? Does anybody need to upgrade their phone at the moment? Not really. Does anybody need a new laptop at the moment? No, not really. Why? Because people already did it in lockdown. So then what happens? Then you've got the problem of Christmas, because what happens at Christmas? This is the ultimate time for companies to sell products. This is the ultimate time of the year where companies make profit. What happens if, because people have over-ordered and they've expected loads of sales during Christmas, if things don't sell? Now we've got a problem on all ends. Now we've got a problem in inventory, because now you can't order new stock for the new season because You've got all this old product that you over ordered anyway. So now you have to do crazy discount sales just to not even break even, just to get things out of the warehouse. So now you're having to reduce things by like 80% just to get rid of things. So this is the risk that Cathie Woods is saying, is that we're going to see a massive deflationary pressure kick into the markets, which could cause the strangest crash that we've ever seen, whereby the markets will kind of drop down, but not because of a tech bubble or anything, but because companies just aren't making money, simply because of that. And why wouldn't they be making money? Because they can't sell the products that they've got, because nobody wants them, because they're out of date. And I don't know if you heard any of the news today, but Boxing Day sales are at a record low. So if you combine the fact that everyone's got too much stuff, then you also combine the fact of the Omicron variant scaring people from going out shopping, we're heading into a bit of a situation where Cathie's thesis is starting to actually slowly and subtly become a reality, whereby maybe these companies might not actually be able to shift all of these products. Now, the one area that she's also saying is going to cause a massive drop is because the price and the cost of AI and automation is dropping dramatically, like crazily. And we've seen it with space travel. The reason that everyone's in this space race now all of a sudden is because the price of what it used to cost to get a satellite into space has dropped by like 10 times. So if it used to cost you $1 billion, it now costs you 100 million, which for some of these billionaires, that's like that's a big discount. They're like, yo, come then. If it's 100 mil, let me throw a couple 100 mil at it. Let me send 4 or 5 rockets up. Let's see what's happening. Now, the same thing's gonna happen with automation and with marketing costs because of AI marketing, and the same thing's gonna happen with autonomous driving and self-driving cars, drone deliveries, so on and so forth. All of this stuff is going to kick in 2022, 2023, and it's going to drive the cost of things down even further. Because if you don't, as a company, if you're not now paying for a driver, if you're not paying for petrol, your costs have just come down dramatically. So again, we're going to see this massive shift and change in the next year, that companies that haven't actually invested in innovation during this COVID pandemic, they're going to be in trouble. And we know that a lot of companies haven't done that. They've got all these government bails, these government deals, and all this government money to bail them out, or these little emergency loans that you can get from the government. But guess what? Not a lot of companies have gone, right, how can we adapt and change to the world that's coming? Not a lot of companies have done that. And then what's happening is a lot of investors aren't looking at the revenue increases, they're looking at the price increases. And there is a potential that we are actually in a bit of an S&P bubble, and that the S&P 500 might not do as well as it normally does. So amazing article to read. Cannot stress to read it enough. Yeah, that's my take on that. So let's just quickly show you an example of what I'm talking about here. So when it comes to researching stock, when anyone does a lesson with me, one of the things that we do is I show people how to use Yahoo Finance, and I also show them how to use hypercharts. So hypercharts is the easiest one. So hypercharts is super easy for just looking at how a company is doing. It turns it into basically a computer game. So let's say Nvidia, tech company, one of ARK Invest's biggest holdings. Why? Because they create all the chips for everything. They create things for everybody. So the whole esports world, the whole crypto world is reliant on Nvidia chips for everything. I don't know if anyone's seen The Matrix or Free Guy. If you liked the visuals in those and the deep fake technology and the graphics in those, it's only possible on Nvidia or AMD graphics cards. So these guys are literally essential to everything. They also create chips for self-driving cars. So what's happening with their revenue? As we can see, what's it doing? It's going up and to the right. is that what we expect from a company that we're investing in? Yes. Revenue and operating income, net income, what's that doing? Going up and to the right. Why would it do that? Because if you're making more revenue, then it increases the chances that you're going to be making more profit, because that's what a good company does. So that's just the first thing that we're going to look at. We can look at something like that in a little bit more detail another time. So now let's just compare that to two other companies a little bit lower down in the ranking. So let's have a look. Let's go down here. Let's have a look. So we've got things like Carnival Cruises. We'll have a look at them, because loads of people were investing in them because they were like, oh yeah, lockdown's over, let's invest in Carnival Cruises, everyone's going to go there. What are people going to be using more, Carnival Cruises or Zoom? Just saying, like, just the way that the world's set up, it's not set up that people are going to stop using Zoom. Like, it's just not that way. Let's also look at Kraft Heinz. They're a good one to look at. And then we'll do who's at the bottom. Okay, yeah, we'll just go with those two for now and just have a look in comparison to what we saw with Nvidia. So Carnival Cruise, what direction is their revenue going in comparison to Nvidia?
Down the drain, baby. Down
the drain. Are they anywhere near where they were at the start of 2020? Does this look like a successful company to you in comparison to Nvidia? To me, no. Revenue down the absolute pan. Look at the net income. It's in the minuses. But what's happening? Wall Street is telling people, yeah, invest in these. It's a great investment. Versus Zoom, which, if we compare it, let's just go and have a look at Zoom quickly. Now, this isn't me saying you should go and invest in Zoom. This is just giving you like a way of understanding that the news manipulates people's like thought processes. And when things are down, sometimes we're not actually looking at the fundamentals, because we're not taught to look at the fundamentals. Okay, Zoom's revenue, what direction is that going in? It's only increasing. Zoom's net income, only increasing. Looks like a good business to me. So the final one that we'll do is
this is exactly what I taught Simeon before. One of the keys to the game, because I did a one-on-one with Simeon before a couple hours before the game. I was literally saying how one thing that we teach at Blockchain Sensei is you want to read data before you consume news, because news will cloud your perception, but data is just the facts and figures.
Now, we've all heard of Kraft Heinz. There's no way that you haven't heard of Kraft Heinz, because they're one of the bigger monopoly companies that own pretty much everything in the world. So you know how there's like the 6 brands that own everything in the world? I'm guessing everyone's seen that. 6 brands that own everything. It should come on. Yeah. I'm sure it normally comes up with Kraft Heinz in here. Hopefully people have seen this image before. It's kind of outdated as well, because what's his name's not on here? LVMH.
Yeah, okay.
And they should definitely be on there, because they own shitloads of shit. So yeah, here's the different brands. So we've got like Nestle that own all of these stuff, Unilever that own all of this, Coca-Cola that own all this, Mars that own. It doesn't want me to tell you this information. But yeah, there's certain companies that own quite a lot that we just kind of don't realize what they own. And one of those companies is Kraft Heinz. And do we think maybe people might have been over ordering on Kraft Heinz products during the lockdown? Potentially, maybe. Are they one of the pillars of the S&P 500? Yes. Have they been doing stock buybacks? Yes. Let's have a look at some of the things that they own. So,
oh my God, My guy Frost Media. We got the Caribbean in the place right now.
Jeez.
From the
It's that time.
islands, tuning in from the islands. It's that time.
So as we know, Kraft Heinz is mostly known for food, but these are some of the brands that they own. You may have heard of them.
Wait. You're blowing my mind. You're telling me that my favorite soy sauce is the same company as all these.
Yep.
That is mad.
Wait. So this is the same brand
Yep.
as Capri Sun.
Yep. Yep.
So wild.
That's their main brand. So we should be able to click on their UK stuff. So yeah, UK, Heinz UK, Amoy, Daddy's, Heinz
Wait,
Baby.
is that like Heinz beans?
Yep.
So you're telling me, wait. Oh, I don't have Heinz ketchup, but yeah. So this and Heinz ketchup is the same brand.
Yep.
And
It's the same
Heinz
person.
beans.
Yep.
No way. That is what you call illusion of choice. And Philadelphia.
Yep. There. Now let's look at this. It's very subtle, but only if you look at the facts, you see the truth. So quarter 20, right? 6.93 billion in revenue in Q4. The next quarter, 6.394. Next quarter, 6.61. Next quarter, 6.324. Which direction is their revenue going? Because it's not going up,
It's kind of just staying still.
but more so going down, in my opinion. So then when we look at their net income, how's their net income doing? Even before COVID, was this a good company to invest in? This is one of the worst things I've ever seen in a company in my life.
Do you know the reason why they've gone down, like in terms of profit? Because I thought Heinz and ketchup ABC would be.
Do you know what it is?
Go on.
Marketing.
Right.
They're just out of date. They're just not out there with their marketing. If a company isn't out there,
they're basically losing to other brands.
Yep. If you are not ahead, if you're not understanding how to do social media marketing now, your company's dead. And we can see it here. Have you seen any of those brands that we mentioned before? Have you seen any big activations from them on TikTok, Instagram, anything viral from them?
No, you would think so.
You'd think so, but they don't do it. And because the money that they get from shareholders that they should put into that, instead, what do they put it into? Buying back more shares and making the price go up, instead of actually putting it into innovation and actually helping the company to actually go up. So now that we've seen that, remember, that was showing 2018 that went back to. Look at how much this company went up by.
Your screen's frozen.
Screen frozen.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
So remember, we realized that this company hasn't really been making profit since 2018. But look what happened during lockdown. These guys went up 122%. How are you going up 122% if you're not making any money? How, if your revenue, like, I don't understand, like, what's going on? Because so that 122% increase is mainly from stock buybacks. So people are and most of the S&P 500 is made up of companies like this, that their revenue isn't actually increasing. They're not making profit.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've just over-ordered. What's going to happen? They already weren't making profit, and now they've got loads of stock that they're going to have to sell for basically nothing and make even less money. So there's going to be a big problem this year. So this is something that I think people worried about the amount of people that got laid off last year. I think in 2022, we're going to see more people lose jobs than we've ever seen before in history. I think the crash that could come, it's going to be weird. It's not going to make sense, because it's going to be like some things are doing well and the prices on the charts won't represent what's happening, but it'll be the opposite. So at the moment, the charts, as we can see, Kraft Heinz is completely non-representational of what's actually going on with the company. So that is the definition of a bubble, when the price of something goes up, but it's not making any money. But people think that's happening with the tech stocks. But I've just shown you, are the tech stocks making money? Yes. Are they increasing their customers? Yes. Have they got good customer retention? Yes. Are they doing good marketing? Yes. Are they investing back into themselves? Yes. But are people buying them? No. And this is exactly what Kathy Woods is saying. And I wanted to discuss this with you guys because I was like, does anyone disagree with this thesis? Because it's hard to like deny, especially when you see the information that I've just shown you about the net incomes and the revenues. You're like, raw. Like, what's going on? Like, that's dumb. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's my take on that, on the market. So in regards to stocks that I'm looking at for 2022 that I'm expecting to do phenomenally well, number one, Coinbase, just because, as we know, like,
biggest stock holding.
like it's my biggest stock holding. It's apart from outside of ARK, but ARK actually also hold Coinbase. So I do a strategy which is called the rolling fours, where you hold an index fund, then as well as holding the index fund, so I hold NASDAQ, as well as holding that, you hold an ETF that is made up of stocks inside of that. Then you hold stocks that are inside that ETF. So say, for example, ARK invest in Coinbase, they invest in, you know what, let me just show you because it's easier. And most people quite like this when I show them. So let's just show you.
Something like buying the ecosystem within crypto, similar sort of thing.
Yeah. So here's their top 10: Tesla, Roku, Teladoc, Zoom, Coinbase, Unity Software, Spotify. So yeah, they just give you great exposure to a load of tech stocks. And then from there, I then buy things within it. So then individually, as well as getting exposure from ARK, I then also have Tesla individually. I then also hold Coinbase individually. Then I also trade them as well, so that when I'm up, I'm like crazy up. I'm up from all angles. I'm up on the trade. I'm up on my individual stock. I'm up on my ETF, and I'm up on my my index holding. And then if I'm feeling real wild, then I'll run an options play on it as well. And in that way, from one single asset, I'm making like 2,000% gains. So this is when the stock game gets very interesting. If you know how to play it properly, it can be as lucrative as the crypto game if you play it properly. But that's a different lesson for a different time. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with everybody. So yeah, total top ones for me this year: Coinbase. One that I'm watching is a mining company called SQM. They're out just because they own the largest lithium mine, and being as we've got this supply chain demand situation going on, and I don't think it's going to stop in terms of shipping, because it's created a consistent problem, because even if people do get rid of their stock, you've now got a new problem that the shipping and the deliveries have got a new problem, that there's too much going out. So it just creates this permanent problem. So I'm thinking, especially with everyone moving to electric cars, everything contains lithium, everything. And even Elon Musk said it himself, there's not enough lithium out there for even Tesla to make all the electric cars that they want to make. So if you've got Ford, GM, BMW, everyone trying to make these electric cars, they all need lithium, but there's not enough even for one company. So in my opinion, lithium is one of the most precious commodities. So I'm investing in a lithium mining company called SQM. So those are my top 2 takes. Coinbase as my super bullish, and Tesla, obviously. We look at Tesla all day, every day. Like, I don't even need to talk about Tesla. I'm not even going to talk about them. So Tesla, Coinbase, SQM is my high risk maneuver that I'm going for. So yeah, that's me. And I'll hand over to you, Ninja.
Yeah, sure. Let me just talk some shit. So for me, okay, so top crypto picks. If someone were to tell me you can only hold 3 cryptos for the whole of 2022, like you got to liquidate your portfolio with 3 cryptos on the 31st of December 2021, and you got to hold that to the 31st of December 2022, these are the 3 crypto picks I'd pick. So in terms of like just safety net, because I'd want something that's safe, I'd want something that's semi-safe but can grow, and then something that's not high risk because I'm only picking 3 things, but has the biggest space to grow. So in terms of safety, I'd just pick Ethereum. I see it outperforming Bitcoin, more use case, and it's just, let's be honest, like Ethereum's not going anywhere. The market cap of Ethereum is higher than the market cap of Visa and MasterCard. So it's ultrasound money. They're burning Ethereum tokens, which means that the circulating supply keeps decreasing. Even if the market cap of Ethereum were to grow slowly, as long as it keeps growing and they keep burning supply, the price is always going to go up. I don't see the market really, especially the retail market, talking about the fact that Decentraland, Axie Infinity, and Sandbox, the 3 biggest metaverse coins, are built on what blockchain? Ethereum, right? So yeah, I would pick Ethereum. Then I would just pick Binance Coin, simply because I see Binance. I see in 2022, so this is on the record now, between December 2021 and December 2022, I see Binance Coin out-Xing Ethereum. Number 1 reason is because the market cap is so small compared to Ethereum. It's worth noting that, okay, so if we look at the top cryptos, Ethereum is going to take a while to double. A while is subjective. A while could be 3 months, or a while could be 1 year. I definitely see us hitting $8,000 plus Ethereum in 2022, but the jump from 2 to 3 is insanely large. So as we can see, we've gone from 483 to 91. I do see Binance Coin exceeding 1,200 in 2022, so I see that as the safe bet. I've said this time and time again. Can
I make a quick addition to that?
Go on.
And then this is a question for anyone as well as for you.
Yeah.
Is there anything Ethereum can do that Binance can't do for cheaper?
Is there anything Ethereum can do that Binance can do for cheaper?
No, that Binance can't do for cheaper. It can do NFTs, it can do smart contracts, you can build other apps on it, it's got its own exchange. It can literally, this is my argument all the time. It can do everything Ethereum can do, but cheaper.
It can do everything Ethereum can do, but cheaper, but it's way more centralized.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's
like the number 1 argument is Binance is extremely centralized, but I think we live in a world now where a lot of people just won't care.
Yeah.
Because they just want use case. So yeah, Ethereum and Binance, and then my altcoin pick, I think we all know what I'm going to say. It's going to be Polkadot, just because of the use case. So I've said this time and time. Also, what a lot of people don't talk about in terms of retail market sentiment is that the 2 biggest stable coins in the world are built on Ethereum. So USDC and USDC are built on Ethereum. I've said this time and time again. I'm not anti-Solana. I'm just not bullish on it. I don't believe that anything should go from nothing to top 5. Mr. Harding said it before. We feel like there is a possibility Solana could be a big distraction for Ethereum 2.0. It is very, very easy for Solana to crash. Cardano, I'm not the biggest Cardano fan. I'm extremely disappointed in what they've actually built in 2021, which is a lot of hype. So XRP again is not something that I'm extremely bullish on, but it's something that I have in my portfolio because if or when they beat the SEC case, it could be crazy. However, it's not something I'm extremely bullish on. Terra is something that I should be more bullish than I am, but just because I don't possess the knowledge, it wouldn't be in my top 3. But yeah, Polkadot top 3, extremely undervalued. Everything to do with interoperability and cross-blockchain communication. So there's Ninja's top three choices. If I were to
give us 2 random alts that you think will do crazily well.
Okay, so 2 altcoins that I feel like are gonna do crazy well in 2022. Okay, well, I stand by my baby, which is Engine Coin, because what does Ninja like? I like legacy, right? Just like I like legacy in music, just like I like legacy in businesses. 2009. That's all I'm gonna say. 2009, been a project since 2009. I question how long the other gaming coins like Axie Infinity and Decentraland and Mana have been innovating for. I don't know exactly top of my head, but Engine Coin I just know and have consumed enough. I still think it's extremely undervalued at 2.7 billion. And you know, I'm the kind of person where like I'll keep like other people will switch their sentiment as things go up and down, but I'm keeping my sentiment in Engine Coin. And then Flow. I think Flow is going to do crazy things. We did a whole episode. There's a whole tweet string on Blockchain Sensei where I personally did 5 hours of research looking into Flow, looking into what they have called multi-node architecture, which is basically again a node, a block, a miner. 3 words for the same things, just the computers on the decentralized network on the blockchain that contribute to the network. However, Flow was the first cryptocurrency that I've came across that they divide their miners into different specialities, and also Flow are the people behind CryptoKitties, OG NFTs, and the people behind NBA Top Shots. So these are the two that I feel like are strong potential 5 to 10x's.
Yep, co-sign that. Cannot disagree with that.
And then with stocks, my 3 stock picks of 2022. If I were to liquidate my whole stock portfolio and put it in 3 things, let's just go with the safety net. I see the Nasdaq doing well again in 2022. Simply because it's just the top 100 US tech companies. So we've got coverage of everything. Coinbase is the stock pick. I feel like that's just Blockchain Sensei's stock pick of the year. And then I'm not going to say Apple, I'm going to say Microsoft. I'm just going to say Microsoft because I understand Microsoft more. I'm not in that Apple economy. I don't have an iPhone, but I've studied Microsoft enough, especially through Mr Harding, all their patents and everything to do with the history of how the stock performed in the past and where it's going. Man, the world needs Microsoft. So those are my 3 stock picks. If I was to look at everything in 3
I'm going to counter you there.
Go on.
For the first time in my life, I'm going to say Apple over Microsoft.
Ooh. The only reason I'm saying Microsoft is because it's the one I understand.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I understand Microsoft, and I think their global rollout of the revenue they're going to receive from Teams hasn't actually kicked in yet. I think a lot of companies and schools around the world, which is probably 90% of schools in the world, are using Teams, but they haven't paid for their end of year subscription yet. I think they're all going to kick in January. So I think their revenue spike is going to go through the roof. Well, probably not even in January. I think schools started taking it seriously in September, to be honest with you, because March was when the lockdowns kind of happened. So they wouldn't have all actually been using Teams then. They would have gone, right, we'll see how we can do until the end of the summer. Then September, they would have gone, right, we actually need to pay for this stuff. So I think, yeah, that's the main thing for Microsoft. Whereas with Apple, they've got hella new income streams about to come through. One of them being crypto. When Apple announces their crypto and NFT wallets, and then when they also announce their AR and VR glasses, that stock is gonna go bananas.
Can I just iterate something that I want everyone listening to take away? I'm not saying, like I said, I'm picking Microsoft because it's the one that I've studied the most. I'm probably sleeping on Apple, sleeping on a lot of things. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in our business. But I would much rather everyone here invest in what they understand and believe and miss out on a gain on something they didn't understand, because it's very easy to say shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's very, very easy to say I should have invested in that. But if you didn't invest, if you didn't understand what that thing is proportionate to, you know, like the knowledge, your disposable income, risk to reward ratio, how much you've got your investing budget, then it's better that you made a smaller gain in something. It's better to make a smaller gain in something that you really understand and believe in than have fear of missing out of something that made a bigger gain but you didn't understand. So you stick with what you know.
Facts. All right, I'll do my cryptos. I didn't do my cryptos. So my top 3 cryptos, I would say Flow is definitely one. They've just got too much traction, too much stuff going on with Visa and Coinbase about to open their NFT wallet. It's just, there's just too much going on there with Flow. Now, the next one is an interesting one, and I have to show you some very interesting portfolios here. So let's go to Coin Market Cap, and let's also go to Grayscale, because I noticed a very similar thing here where something's got a lot of attention, but its price just isn't moving. And it's just like, why is this price not moving? This don't make no sense. So if we go to Filecoin, market cap 4.273 billion. Now, I'm thinking a lot of the market is going to move towards use case, and Filecoin is literally his whole existence is about use case. It's basically storing files on the blockchain, hence it being called Filecoin. Now, the reason why I'm interested in this is, do you remember that little thing that I told you to do, where you go here on CoinMarketCap, you click V all on tags, and then you go to portfolios. Well, Andreessen Horowitz are holding it, Winklevoss twins are holding it, and Pantera Capital are holding it, and Grayscale have got a whole fund about Filecoin. And I'm just like, what is going on with Filecoin that I don't understand? Why are all these VCs holding it? And why are the Winklevoss twins holding it? Because when we look at the Winklevoss's portfolio, where is it? That's Andreessen Horowitz. So it's their 5th biggest holding apart from Uniswap. I keep hearing this being mentioned as well.
Yeah, I need to look into that.
OXT we did in our video, the top 10 alt picks, and it's been doing well even during the drop. YGG, we mentioned that last week. That's been doing really well as well. So we've got a very similar portfolio to Andreessen Horowitz, which is one of the world's greatest VC companies ever. So our portfolio is not that far off from theirs. Now the Winklevoss, they're only holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. And their 3rd biggest holding outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum is Filecoin.
Crazy.
So for me, and then this Rose Oasis network, which keeps our algorithm keeps throwing this up. So again, I'm just Filecoin, why does it keep appearing? Like, what's going on with it that we don't know? And then then you've got Filecoin there. So yeah, that's 2. Then out of the top ones, so Filecoin, I said Flow, and I'm gonna say Cosmos. I'm not even gonna say Polkadot. Now the reason I'm gonna say Cosmos is because I've been researching this. This one I'm not invested in yet, but I will be tomorrow. Because Cosmos, the market cap is 6 billion, and this is an alternative for using Polkadot. Its whole play is interoperability. This is the only other true interoperable blockchain that I'm aware of.
What about Chainlink?
That's actually my fourth pick. That was going to be my final ultimate pick. Is because again, I'm just basing it off logic and the utility, which is where I think the flow of things is going to go, is into what works, what has proven it's worked, and what has stood the test of time. Filecoin has already stood the test of time. Does it work? Yes. Has it got proof of concept? Yes. Has it got big VCs backing it? Yes. So as a multi-billion-dollar investor, if the market goes down, am I going to feel safe and confident in investing in that also? Yeah. Same thing. That's the pattern that I'm looking for, and that's what I'm seeing. And with Cosmos, similar sort of thing. VCs that are holding this, again, we've got a Dragonfly here. They're a big one. Not many other big ones.
Paradigm. Do you remember when I spoke about Paradigm? I think that was the company that says they invest minimum 1 million, maximum 100 million. 100 million.
Oh, was it them?
Yeah. I swear. Go on Paradigm's website. They literally say we invest 1 to 100 million in crypto projects. I hope I'm right.
Paradigm.
Yeah. I swear the website is like Paradigm X.YZ. Just put Paradigm DC. Yeah. This is the one.
Guys.
This is the one that say the starting line is we invest 1 M to 100 M. They don't invest less than $1 million, bro.
Yeah, these guys are cold. But yeah, like if we look at Cosmos as a concept, they're just about inter-blockchain communication, and they've already proved that their concept works. So it's not like you're waiting for anything. It's already doing what they said they were going to do. And then it's pretty fast as well. Transactions are 7 seconds fast, super low fees, low carbon footprint, which is what people are looking for at the moment. And they're helping businesses build chains. So for me, yeah, it's one that people aren't really talking about.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's not really.
Haven't dived into this that much.
Yeah, I'm trying to find partners, but I can't find partners on their site anymore. So yeah, let me just quickly show you those charts on those ones. So it was, what was it, Cosmos and Filecoin, the two that I'm going to show you, and then Chainlink, just because the partnerships that they've basically just got a Google partnership, because if you've got the AccuWeather, I'm sure, don't quote me on this, but do your own research. I'm sure AccuWeather is owned by Google. So that's Chainlink partnering up with Google, which is Google information going into the blockchain. Hello.
That's kind of centralizing it as well, isn't it?
Yep. Like if Google could own any part or have a big say or a big stake in any part of the blockchain, it's probably going to be in the bit that takes information from the real world into the blockchain. It just makes sense for them to just own up the majority of the supply. So yeah, that's me on Chainlink. So yeah, Atom, as we can see, its price is currently kind of undervalued. In my opinion, I think it's got a long way to go. If we do a quick fib on it, you can see it started pumping since. Oh man, I knew I should have bought this before Christmas. I'm annoyed. Missed out on a bit of a gain here. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna buy this today instead of tomorrow. And I'll put it in the group just to prove that I've done it. Let's just go fib extension. If we go from here to here to here. So at least $78. I'm thinking this can get to from here. Best case scenario, about $170 from 31. So that's nice. And then if you do Filecoin,
Shout out Alexander Lorenzo for always talking about
yeah.
it.
So look at the portfolios that we just saw Filecoins in, and look at this chart. That don't make no sense to me.
Sense, right?
Like,
I'm gonna give a major key here that I've learned through my time in blockchain Sensei and partnering with Mr. Harding. Like, it's not this doesn't mean that this is the one, but one thing you want to do, yeah, is find assets that have really, really good fundamentals, have whales invested in this asset, but the TA doesn't make sense. Like where like you want to have it where, like, I found that if the fundamentals are super strong, but the technical analysis goes against it, like it's in a dip for no reason, that's where you might want to consider loading the boat. Because especially if fundamentally it makes sense, right? Everything from the white paper and then the team, like the founders are 30, plus you have big money that's invested in it. But remember, the big money is invested in it, but they're not invested in it large yet, because that's why the market cap's small. So you're betting on the idea that, okay, well, these big money people have a small investment in this thing, a collective of big money people are invested in this thing, but the asset's down. That's for stocks and crypto. Why is it down? There's no reason. Maybe it's down because these guys who are controlling the market, the big money people, are investing in other things to distract you from not investing in the things that are gonna blow up or grow and maintain that growth. And these things over here that are a distraction are gonna crash.
yep, that's the take. The take. So yeah, that's pretty much us. Let's do quick Q&A and hear people's favorite highlights of the year and what cryptos and stocks they're looking at for the year. So let's start off with, we've got new people. We've got Mr. Frost Media Digital. You've been unmuted.
Yes, this is my homie in the Caribbean.
How you doing, Frost? Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm doing well. And I am in the Caribbean.
Oh, nice. Which part of the Caribbean?
British Virgin Islands.
Oh, nice. Okay. I've only ever met one person from there.
Who's that?
That was a guy that was a bouncer. He was a bouncer and he was talking about how no one knows British Virgin Islands.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you have Bill Gates and Amazon here chilling right now, landing their helicopters on their boat.
Oh, okay. So it's close to the Cayman Islands, right?
Not exactly. I mean, in terms of the distance from the UK, yeah, definitely. But it's not like next door neighbors.
Oh, okay. Is it near Trinidad?
Nope, far from.
What's it near? What's the next nearest islands?
You know the USVI?
No.
You know Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. 60 miles east off of Puerto Rico is the BVI and the USVI.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna have to go on Google Maps in a sec. But yeah, anything you enjoyed in today's show?
So I slid in a little bit later on. Funny enough, Ethereum. I called that shit like years ago. Saw it coming, knew it was gonna jump. I was stupid not to invest. Still stupid not having anything serious in it at the moment. But I called it, and it's just funny watching it go, and it's always a topic of discussion. What I'm going to dive in on, since you guys just talked about, is Filecoin. Because I'm going to do my own research, but if what has been said has all been like connecting. I'm gonna see what projections I can make and how long it's gonna last. Because if it does last a long time, then that's gonna be big. I'm surprised though. You guys have any investments or any interest in cryptos or stocks in the medical side?
Yep. So I invest in CRISPR. So they're one of the big holdings from ARK. CRISPR are one of the leaders when it comes to how would you describe it? So with the prices of things coming down, one of the things that CRISPR is going to be able to do is going to be able to do cancer blood biopsies for around $50 to $200 instead of $20,000, which that dramatic increase, they're expecting those prices to drop to those kind of levels by the end of 2024. So I'm just trying to just stack as much of CRISPR as I can, because if it can cost $50 to find out if you got cancer, I think people will take it every month. True.
Massive potential. There was this stock that I honestly lost track of, but it was actually a coin, and that was to come out to hold your medical information, which is funny enough something that Microsoft is looking to do. Same thing you mentioned, where they're taking real world data and now putting it into the blockchain. And all that stuff is going to be massive assets for them, because they mine our information anyway. And now being able to immortalize it, big gains.
Yep.
So I starting January, I'm diving straight into it. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge while trying to manage these other productions I got going on, but we're going to see how it goes.
Yeah, man, keep us updated in the WhatsApp group.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna speak to Ninja. Just
basically shout outs Frost Media Digital. They first interviewed my boy Clyde Contrast, and then they interviewed me. My guy as an individual, and the company and his company does media services. So yeah, man, we'll get that one-on-one as promised. And then, yeah, man, we'll chop it up and I'll drop you some game.
Before we go to the next person, there's something that I've forgotten to do at the start of the call, which I should have done. My bad. But that was to actually even promote ourselves, which we didn't even do, because we don't really do that, because we're yeah. So this is a website. If you want to learn more about crypto, come to this website. We've also got an Instagram, which is this is my personal one. That's not the one we want. We want Blockchain Sensei one. So if you go to the Blockchain Sensei Instagram,
you can see the watch list.
You can see the watch list, which our previous watch lists have been very lucrative. Last year, you would have made over 1,100% from following our watch list. Just saying. That's free. Just saying.
Nice.
Then here you can get absolutely everything. You can get previous episodes. This episode will go up there for replays as well. You got the free intro to crypto PDF. You got the paid PDF. You got the crypto swing trade signal service, which I'm going to show some results of. We've calculated the results of what you would have got from October. We're in the middle of calculating November's results. Soon, next month, we're going to be adding stocks to it as well for people that know how to spread bet. Not swing trade, traditional swing trade, but spread betting. So that's those. Is there anything else I need to do to promote ourselves, Ninja?
Yes. Let's get the one-on-ones booked, baby, from between the 23rd and the 26th. I don't know what happened in the world, but my line went crazy. So somehow I've had 21 paid client bookings. Apparently, it's people's New Year's resolution to learn more about cryptocurrency and stocks. So yeah, inquire now. We've got 5 educators on deck. Myself, Mr. Harding, Keish, who does DeFi, Lucas, who does swing trading, and Storm. Is Storm in the place? Is Storm in the place? She's here. don't know if she's here right now, but yeah, she's teaching NFT. So yeah, everything that we do is 100% custom. So we don't work on like a specific price and everything to people's wants and needs. And I'm executed on free consultations. I don't know if Mr. Harding is personally, he's got his own schedule, but yeah, anyone interested, hit me up and you will get a free 101 either by myself or Mr. Harding. And yeah, we're just breaking a lot of packages. So we're doing that. Also, I've got an NFT out now for 1% ETH, which is only $40, which entitles you to a free 101 and also a month service on our swing trade signal service. So check that out.
So just to let you know as well. Yeah, no, I'm just going to show them what the next episode is about. So the next episode is, there's our research and then there's a whale. So Masari is a company that does research for macro whale investors. So we're going to break down their 165-page report because we actually enjoy reading this kind of thing in our spare time. So we're going to be looking at what their predictions are for 2022 in the next episode. So we're going to be putting that in the group. If anybody else wants to read that, I think you might find a couple of gems in that report. So that's the next episode. And then, yeah, let's go to the next person. So the next person, Stallone.
Hello, everybody.
Hello there. How you doing, buddy?
I'm not too bad. Sorry, I hopped on quite late, but I've got essentially like you need to give me your contact details so I can ask you about NFTs and stuff like that. I've got a friend of mine who's a really good artist. Mm-hmm. He really wants to kind of start getting into the crypto space / NFTs. So nice. That'll be quite interesting to kind of work with you guys as well.
Are you in our WhatsApp group?
No, I'm not. I don't think I am. Not yet, anyways.
Okay. If you pop us a message on our Instagram, which is at Blockchain Sensei Insta, just literally just search. I'll just share my screen again so you can
I've just dropped my number in the chat. So WhatsApp,
or just
and then I'll add you to the group. Are you new here, Stallone? Is this your first time?
No, it's my second time. I was here, I think it was last week.
Okay. And
I've just been busy this week, but I've been really enjoying these sessions, to be honest.
Messages on Blockchain Sensei or WhatsApp me, and then I'll sort you out on everything you want and need with regards to NFTs.
Any stocks or cryptos that you're looking at for 2022?
Oh, good question. At the moment, I'm really investing into the meme stocks, which is quite funny. But I've got. Which one am I been looking at now? No, just generally the same ones that you're looking at. With the Tesla and stuff like that. SQM. You said SQM, which is what? Lithium.
Yeah, lithium mining.
There's another one that I think it's called Redwood Materials. That one's quite interesting as well. Ooh. So Redwood Materials is one of the co-founders of Tesla.
Okay.
So he just left the company recently and he's set up his own recycling battery recycling thing. I don't think it's listed yet, but I think eventually it will be. So that's something that could be of interest to you guys. But there's some
materials. I'll have a look at it. Thank you so much.
No worries, man. I think I've said my piece anyways. Thank you guys.
Oh, thank you, much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll share my screen so everyone can just see what we was just talking about. So this is SQM. This is Redwood Materials. I hope everyone's just saw that. Yeah, this is Redwood Materials. If you want to do your own research, and then this is SQM, currently $51. Last year, you can see it's down quite a bit. Highs of 64, and a revenue 1.9 billion at the moment. Net income 280 million, and it's in Chile, so it gives you a bit of a investment outside of the UK and America as well. That's those. Let's go to the next person. Let's go to.
I'm gonna have to go.
You fire yours.
I'll just do one. I actually don't have a shill this week, so sorry guys if you're waiting for that.
What's your top stock or crypto for 2022 then?
Well, I'm gonna keep banging on about it. Rusty.
Yeah.
I love that coin. I think it's in.
Go sleeping.
Don't sleep on Rusty. Trust me. Yeah, I guess I kind of want to recap on, the year, I guess, in a way. I only really got big into crypto properly in sort of February sort of time this year. So it's been a hell of a ride, thanks a lot to, particularly Ninja and yourself, Mark, as well. For putting these on, and really, you guys have really made some heights as well. So, we're looking at your stock as well. It's going up, and I'm here for the ride.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Love, bro. Love.
Much love, boys.
See you in a bit, man. Bye. Next, we will go to start at the bottom. Let's go to Zishan. You've been unmuted.
Oh, bro. OG.
Hey, guys. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, all good.
Just a question. Can you just explain a bit about what options and futures trading is?
I will in literally 30 seconds because that's a long answer. Let me just quickly ask AJ before she goes any stocks or cryptos that she's looking at. Oh, she's already gone. Uh-oh. Okay. So futures and options, is that what he's asking about?
Yeah, that's right.
So futures are basically where and options are where people are basically betting on the future price of an asset. So imagine Apple right now is at 100 and let's just call it $100, right? You bet that Apple will get to $100 or $200 by the year 2024, and you make money not only on the gain but on the contract. So now people want to buy the contracts that you've got saying that this asset is going to be at this price. So now it makes the contract worth money as well as the stock, because your contract is getting you those assets at that low price. Does it make sense? So you're just madly amplifying your games. I'm going to be doing some point next year. I'm going to be doing an options session because it's very complicated and very deep. It starts using like alpha and gamma and delta and all sorts of, it's very maths based. You have to be like with a calculator, because the one thing that people don't know or don't add into their calculations when they're doing options trading and futures trading is there's something called time decay. So every day that you're holding the contract, it goes backwards, the value. If that makes sense?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to do a session on it. I'm going to do a session strictly on options trading, because options is one of the plays where people can actually make more or as much as they can from crypto. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. But great question. Sama, are you still there?
Nah, she's just gone. Her pick would be Ethereum.
Her pick was Ethereum. Nice. So yeah, Zishan, what was your picks for 2022?
What, in terms of stocks or
stocks and crypto? One of each.
I mean, stocks, I'd probably say Coinbase. Crypto.
What is the chosen one, my friend? It's hard to pick one, isn't it?
I want to say hold for it to get back up, but but no.
Wait, did you not cash out in the
no.
second bull run?
No, I didn't. It would have been worth it, so I just kept it.
Oh,
yeah, same.
Plus, I've seen they've done quite a few developments as well.
Yeah. I took my whole profits now. I'm taking it. So.
Yeah.
The risks. We do say everything comes with risk.
Yeah. I'd say Polygon.
Nice.
Gone for the E player too. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm with you on Polygon. My missus is quite bullish on Polygon. Got a bit of a a push on that because Mark Cuban's huge on Polygon as well. So nice picks, bro. Nice picks. Let's go to. Thank you for that, Zishan. Let's go to Simeon,
my
Simeon.
guy.
Yo.
What's good? What would you say are your stocks and cryptos that are your top picks for 2022?
Apple,
Mm-hmm.
from a stocks point of view for longevity, and Tesla as well. Fortunate to have bought into them September 2020 when the stock split, when the shares split. So yeah, they're long-term holds. For next year, more interested to look into Filecoin. I've already invested a bit into Polkadot, which is a hold. So yeah, and a little bit of ETH as well.
Nice. Like, as you know, we agree with everything you've just like everything you just said. We're completely bullish on as well. So
oh yeah, I'm from Storm's comment. Nvidia as well. They're on my list.
Yeah. Nvidia is just a beast. Like Nvidia's been outperforming a lot of cryptos. Like easily giving you 100% returns, like cash, like it's like
the easy thing. The easy thing with that stock, well, the business anyway, before we even get into the stocks, is the correlation of us talking about crypto, which is going to be used in a metaverse, which is an alternate reality, which needs to be created. It's a 3D element or 3D asset, and you're going to need processors to do that.
Yep.
Maybe a chip shortage at the moment, but still.
Yep. It's what it is. They're the only one. I think them being in a chip shortage because of what I was saying about deflation, they're the only ones that aren't actually sitting on excess stock that they need to get rid of.
Yeah.
So they're just going to carry on doing well. So it's a crazy time. And I think chips are the one area where you actually, if your competitors upgrade, you actually have to upgrade.
Yeah, well, we've seen that easily with the Apple silicon, and then Intel going into their new silicon, which we keep seeing, and then the next will be, I'm not even too sure if it's out already yet, but Google doing it on their Chromebooks with their own silicon, because they've already built the Pixel 6, which is on their own 5nm chip. So again, we can see that trend, which is why Apple's very much a hold for a long time.
100%, man. I don't think Apple's even got started, to be honest with you. This is the scary thing. They've got more cash than anyone. And as we know, it's the Apple effect. The moment Apple does something in a space that's been trying to move, it just blows. And people are kind of interested in this VR and AR stuff. But the moment Apple do it, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, like with Apple Pay, like the funny thing is, like, think about in the UK, this is my last point, but in the UK, obviously, we can't take certain use of so like the Apple Pay benefits where you can send each other money through iMessage and things like that. And there's plenty of other countries around the world who haven't got the tech developed yet to accept that. That's just one thing. When they move into the crypto space, NFT wallets, etc., that's where it will change, because it will just have that knock-on effect on the rest of the industry.
Yeah, crazy times, man. Crazy times. Let's see what happens next. Let's see what. And we didn't even mention the car that they've apparently got coming as well. So.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, the Apple car.
Yeah, you not heard about this?
No.
Yeah.
Come on, man. People have been talking about it since 2006. Seriously, it's been a long time.
They got a lot of stuff coming down, guys. A lot of stuff. Let's go to. Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you very much. Let's go to Storm, and then we'll go to Terrell, last but not least, for his amazing question that he always has. Storm, we saw that you posted Nvidia, Coinbase, ETH, Binance, and Sand. I'm going to ask you if there is an NFT that you're looking at, or NFT collector that you're looking at, apart from your own.
At the moment, no, there's too many different NFT collections out there. Like there's about, I don't know, that it's like there's 500 different projects released every single day, so it's hard to keep track of any. I just look at some on crypto.com. Do you know the curated ones? I've just mainly been looking at that. That Ugonza guy that's on there that does the Psycho Kitties. I tried to get one. I had one in my basket for $150. They're now selling for thousands. But yeah, crypto.com messed me up.
Oh, so you didn't successfully purchase it?
No, it just messed up. They refunded my money within 30 minutes. I was just like, well, what the hell? So yeah, I've just been looking at the crypto.com.
Was that a technical level? What happened?
A technical. It happened to a lot of people on crypto.com.
That's annoying.
I know. Frustrating.
Annoying. Oh, okay. Well, I've got an NFT shill. Have to say, I have to let people know that we're kind of involved with this project. So it's a bit of a plug. We're kind of technically going to be getting paid for this one, but let me just...
You're not sharing your screen at all.
Share screen. So this is Otter Space. They've finally launched their NFTs. There's 3 of them available. £50 on auction, £300 for buy it now.
$50.
Yep, this is one of the companies that we're working with. Storm was the one that did their initial onboarding and training to help them list on crypto.com. I think these guys are crazily undervalued. If you check out Otter Space and the stuff that they've got coming, and their total potential is phenomenal. I don't see why people wouldn't be using this stuff as Zoom backgrounds now already, let alone with the metaverse. So I think these guys are in the best position out of anyone that I know or any brand I've seen to automatically just shift into the metaverse. Like everything they're doing can already be a Zoom background, and then from there just easily become your metaverse space. Like
that literally looks like Ethereum.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
This is what I'm saying. Like these guys are ready. Like they're in the best position out of any NFT maker I've seen. So them, and then from an event that I went to, I would say...
Was it the Birmingham event that you went to?
Yeah. And I would say Kid 8.
Oh, yeah, I follow him
on
Twitter.
Kid 8. I follow this person on Twitter. This guy is...
his NFTs are sick. They're already blowing, but I think he's got a lot more space to blow. I think he's going to do some collabs with some pretty big artists, as in musicians. And I think this is just going to take his stuff to a completely different...
Yeah, his work is so dope. Like I definitely see him doing some shit for like hip hop.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. And when it does...
Do you know what I can imagine? I can imagine like rappers making a baby version of them, like literally Lil Baby, but in that style.
So yeah, expect something big from him. So if you can get your hands on some of his stuff, I would I personally would just follow him and just see what drops he's doing and when they're dropping, just because I think the prices have gone up on his stuff quite a bit at the moment, as we can see. So but yeah, he's one to watch. So that's NFT from me. So thank you very much for that, Storm. Last but not least, Mr. Terrell Ivy Low.
Hello.
Yo, what's good, King?
What's up, bro?
I had a few things to say actually. So first of all, Ninja, I'm glad you talked about Polkadot, because Polkadot's one. Actually, it's probably going to be the only crypto I add to my portfolio next year. That and a stablecoin. I don't know which one yet. I'm still looking into stablecoins to pick which one. But
USDC, bro. USDC. It's owned by Coinbase
and Winklevoss twins.
There we go. And they actually back their dollars. Don't get USDT in case.
I'd look into them and Terra USD.
Yeah, there's a lot of options out there for stablecoins, which is literally where I'm having a look around. But USDC and USDT seem like the most beneficial ones right now, to be honest.
They're the ones with the most trading pairs. But between those two, I'm telling you, USDC is a better option.
The clear winner. Yeah.
Basically, USDT, right, it's one of them ones where like it could just crash and be delisted because there's just lots of very, very shady things about
USDT, in my opinion, is what is going to cause the crypto market crash.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's why I want a stablecoin, because I'm gonna have a bunch of cash ready on an exchange, just so as soon as I notice a crash, I can wait for the perfect time just to go ahead, do my thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was gonna say that, and I was actually happy you guys are talking about stocks as well, because even though I'm not even looking to futures and anything like that, I want to start looking into ETFs. That's one of my goals for the next year as well, because I'm into passive income, looking into dividends and everything like that. So I'm trying to find the right ETFs. I just want to ask you guys, where's the best place to compare and just research ETFs?
ETFDB.com.
That's a simple one. I like it. ETFDB.com.
Yep. Super simple. They're just, yeah. can't really get more simple than them. I think everything on their site's free, but let me just have a quick check. ETF.db. Oh, it's etfdb.com. Database, ETF theme, tools, ETF screener. Yeah. You'll have to have a big play around with it, but it's got everything on here, bro.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll literally do that. I'll do it tonight, actually.
Yeah,
thanks. That's literally all I had to ask.
Yeah. There's no worries. Yeah, stocks and cryptos that is there any? So you kind of mentioned Polkadot.
I don't want to own too many cryptos. I think I've got around about 11 now. So once I have Polkadot, there'll be 12. And all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be buying the dips, looking at the market, keeping the track on them. Yeah, because I don't want to be one of those people that are trying to get every single win. I know I can't get every single win anyway. So
I respect that, bro. I'm trying so hard to do that. But at the moment, I'm not at like 52 and I want to reduce it down to 20. Annoying me.
I'm in over 50 and yeah, sometimes knowing this much can be a curse sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Like sometimes like it would be better just to liquidate and just be in 10 cryptos. So yeah, you're doing what me and Mr. Harding are trying to do.
Yeah.
which is hard. But it's so hard when you know as much as we do and you're presented with new data all the time.
Yeah,
no, I understand exactly what you're on about, because for me, I love being right about things. So when I find a new crypto, I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna blow up. I want to invest in it straight away. But at the same time, I know there's no point putting money into so many different things that are going to all blow when I know the ones I already have are gonna get to that same point anyway. I might as well just keep them in a certain amount of pots and not over diversify.
I know. Sorry, I've just been given some crazy information. Do you know?
By the way,
it's happened again.
Can we wrap this call in about 10 because I do need to.
Nah, I'm wrapping it in literally after Stallone's next question. So do you remember a while back I mentioned we did like a Disney versus Netflix one, and I said that Netflix are gonna get into gaming, and if they do, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Well, Dom's just shown me Netflix gaming on the app. That's if they now also do NFTs, Netflix have won the game because they've got more. They create more IP than anyone. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. This changes.
I actually took out Netflix from my portfolio not that long ago.
Nah, their moves are mad, and the stuff they're doing with AI is crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that one. So let's finish up with thank you for that, Terrell. let's finish up with Stallone's last question and wrap up.
Basically, I wanted to ask about, there's a coin called Loopring. I don't know if you know anything about that one.
No, I don't know anything about it, but I have seen it mentioned a few times. It was just in one of the portfolios that we just mentioned. I can't remember whose portfolio it was, but yeah, I don't know anything about it. Can't really.
I'd have a look at that one, especially for like January-ish. It's linked to kind of GameStop and the whole situation with that. And they're working together to make it like apparently NFT marketplace.
Yeah.
So
that was one of the plays way back when I thought Thingy was getting involved. Yeah, long story, but yeah. Definitely worth checking out. 100%.
Cool, man. Yeah, no worries. It's just down a little bit now, but I'm looking into probably purchasing quite a bit just for the next 3 months at least, anyways. But yeah, I just thought, it'd be something that you may or may not know about. So
no. I appreciate it. I'm gonna take, my rule is if it gets mentioned to me multiple times, then I take another look at it. So I'm gonna have another look at it from there. So I appreciate that.
No worries, my thing.
LRC, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did
we send a trade out on that?
I don't know if we actually sent it out, but it's something that we keep looking at in our trading algorithm.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, you can start recording there, and I want to share the trading algorithm results with people because I don't want it to be recorded.
Sorry, say that again.
You can stop the recording for this episode now, but keep the Zoom